When you think of a city with hundreds of years of rich history, beautiful architecture, amazing gastronomy, and a long-standing tradition of world-class winemaking, what city comes to mind? If you thought of the city of Porto, then you thought correct. Now, of course, it's not the only city with those amazing features, but it's the city that we'll be exploring today. There is so much to discover in this amazing Portuguese city, and today I will show you why you should experience it for yourself. If Porto or Portugal isn't on your list of travel destinations, then after you watch this video, it just may be. This is Porto, Portugal, and welcome back to A Traveler's World. Porto is Portugal's second largest city, and getting there is quite easy. The city is served by Francisco Sá Carneiro International Airport, which is located 11 kilometers northwest of the center of the city. Getting from the airport into the city is very easy, and there are a few options to choose from. The most convenient and money-saving form of transport from the airport is the Porto Metro, which is connected directly through the airport from the Aeroporto station. Single ride tickets cost €1.20 and frequent rider cards called Andante can be purchased at the station, which will give you unlimited transfers through the metro system as well as the public bus network. These cards are rechargeable, and there are also daily pass options which offer unlimited use of the metro and buses. Keep in mind that the Porto Metro operates on a proof of pay system, so it'll be necessary for you to validate them on the yellow machines that are located in the stations before you begin your trip. There are also no traditional fare gates, and ticket inspectors can check your tickets at random. So to avoid a potential €120 fine, always remember to validate them before riding. The metro is safe, clean, and advanced, and service is excellent, being spread across 6 lines that cover most of the city and surrounding municipalities. Taking a bus from the airport is another option, and right outside of the airport terminal is the Get Bus. For €2.80 one way and €5.10 round trip for adults. By bus, you can reach the Porto bus terminal in the city center in about 25 minutes, but it only operates during the daytime. Buses are not always labeled on the outside, so be sure to check its destination at the front of the bus beforehand. If you want more comfort and private service, then another option is a taxi ride that will cost around €20. Keep in mind that road traffic can be an issue in a big city like Porto, so if you want to save some time, the metro is the best option at any time of the day. If arriving to Porto by train, you will either arrive at São Bento or Campanha stations, which are connected to domestic and international trains. Both stations are accessible by the metro system with the same respective names. If traveling through Portugal, the long-distance train is a great way to see amazing views of the country and the seaside as well. Train travel in Portugal is affordable, and the trains are quite comfortable and equipped with modern facilities. It's no secret that the official language of Portugal is Portuguese, and basic knowledge of some Portuguese phrases will go a long way on your trip. While many people in the tourist sector and the younger adult generation speak great English, it is always good to be prepared just in case. Porto is a touristic city, and the presence of foreigners is quite common, but of course, it is always polite and a sign of respect to greet people in the local language, especially if you are talking to the older adult generation. Portuguese can be a difficult language, and if you absolutely need to communicate in English, the best way would be to ask a person, "Com licença, você fala inglês?" which translates to, "Excuse me, do you speak English?" This shows a sign of respect for the national language, and the locals will be very appreciative of you at least trying. In Porto, there is no shortage of places to discover, and whether you're a lover of arts, food, wine, history, culture, or all of the above, there is definitely something for everyone. Now, let's take a look at what this magnificent city has to offer. Number 1, Cais da Ribeira, or simply known as Ribeira, is an area by the riverfront where you can find excellent dining, wine cellars, as well as picturesque views where tourists and locals alike come together to enjoy. From there, you can gaze across the water and see the famous Luís I Bridge that connects Porto with the neighboring city of Vila Nova de Gaia. The area feels like you've stepped back in time, with classic stairways and winding alleys that border beautiful pastel-colored houses located around the waterfront. Number 2, Vila Nova de Gaia. Directly across the Douro River is the city of Vila Nova de Gaia, where the finest wine cellars of the region are located. Portugal has a strong winemaking culture that has been around for hundreds of years, and the most popular wine from the Porto region is port wine. Known as an after-dinner digestive wine, there are several varieties to sample from several world-class wineries in the area. Other types of wine are widely available, but if you're a wine lover, it's a must to try the port specialty. You can stroll along the river and choose from various wineries on either side of the water, as well as some amazing restaurants located adjacent to these wineries. This is a must-do in Porto, so make sure when you're there, you don't miss it. Number 3, FC Porto Museum. If you are a soccer fan, then the FC Porto Museum is a must-see. The second most successful team in Portuguese club history and one of the most successful clubs in Europe, this music is a real treat for any fan of the sport. The museum is located next to their home stadium of Dragão and features tributes to some of the greatest players of the team's history, and once you step foot in there, you'll instantly learn what the team means to the city. Number 4, Baixa in the city center. As with any historic city center in Europe and around the world, this part of Porto holds countless things to do and see. From world-class restaurants, parks, to several cathedrals and beautiful architecture, one cannot miss this part of town, Porto. Some famous places to see include Mercado do Bolhão, Palacio de Cristal Gardens, Torre dos Clérigos, and some of the various beautiful cathedrals in the city. From Torre dos Clérigos, you can walk up to the top of the tower and get an amazing view of the city. If you're a fan of architecture, then walking around the city will certainly please you, as you admire all of the colorful and well-preserved buildings that seem like they have never aged. In addition to the city center and surrounding areas, one can take a cruise on the Douro River and get some picturesque views that some will only see on a postcard. Now, there are so many things to do and see in the beautiful city of Porto, and here I cover just some of the basics so you can see why this amazing city is worth visiting, and in my opinion, a great place to start when visiting Portugal. For a small country, Portugal has quite a bit to offer, and one would never run out of place to discover in this beautiful country. If you haven't been to Portugal, then you should definitely go, and when you do, you need to experience Porto. You'll thank me later. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be covering more of Portugal in the future, as well as many other countries that I intend to share with you. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, and share with your family and friends. Also, leave a comment and let me know if you've been to Portugal and share your experience. I would love to hear about it. This is Jarrell with The Traveler's World, and we'll be back soon with another video.